Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Gary Lenker. I am the Executive Director of Tri-County Housing, and on behalf of our Board of Directors and staff, we welcome you today to the celebration and ribbon cutting of the final major piece of our organization's involvement here on Hummel Street, the completion of 5-unit townhouse, which has been a very long journey. As the mayor has heard me say before, finishing projects is a lot more challenging than starting them. And this journey started back in the fall of 2015 when we acquired the first of 14 parcels at the direction of city leaders, and we were part of a comprehensive plan with other organizations in this neighborhood, particularly Brethren Housing, who is here today, Kate Gillis, Executive Director in the Harrisburg Housing Authority. A lot of work has been done in these several blocks. In addition to what we have done here with the completion of this 5-unit townhouse, we have done extensive work across the street. The 3 homes behind you, 243, 245, and 247, were substantially rehabbed, and also 235 and 237. So this will complete the 10th unit of affordable housing for low to moderate income folks in this neighborhood. We have had an extensive amount of support from a variety of folks in this project. First and foremost, the City of Harrisburg, the City Redevelopment Authority, who we worked with in acquiring these parcels. We worked extensively with Senator John DeSanto, who unfortunately could not be here this morning. The Senate is in session, and I will tell you, from a personal perspective, we are going to miss Senator DeSanto. He has been extremely helpful to our organization. In this block, he delivered not only $500,000 of RACP money from the Governor's Office of Budget, but provided us $250,000 in ARPA funds. So he has provided a significant amount of support to this neighborhood. In addition to that, we have representative from Wells Fargo here today, Stephen Briggs. They have provided a substantial help to this organization through contribution through the DCED NAP program and another program that they had several years ago called Priority Markets Program. They provided nearly $175,000 for the rehabs across the street. The county played a role. They had provided gaming money way back to demo this blighted, abandoned 5-unit row home that stood here at one time before you see what has now been beautifully constructed. So, again, we have an array of folks that have truly contributed to this. But first and foremost, I want to thank Mayor Wanda Williams, and she's going to come to the podium. We have worked with her regarding the RACP and the cooperation agreement that the city will be providing us to get the funding that we need out of this. So I just can't thank the mayor enough. And what's so exciting, and some of the other news stations captured it this morning, this is what you see here is going to be replicated on the 2100 block of North 4th Street at the mayor's request.
Yes.
When my board president and I, Rob Keith, met with her about 2 years ago, she was very clear that she wanted to see affordable housing spread throughout the city of Harrisburg. And though our nonprofit organization's heritage is rich in doing work here in South Allison Hill, it will be our first project outside of South Allison Hill in the city of Harrisburg, which we're very much excited about that. And as you know, we've been building up funding from an array of folks for that project. So what you see here is going to be up in North 4th Street, and we hope to really break ground in that before the end of this year, if at all possible. So with that said, again, I want to thank my board of directors. It's here. If you could raise your hand, I see Claude Phipps, John Swigert, Chris Rocky, Rob Keith, our board president, and I think I saw Angel Fox somewhere walking up. There she is. She's always hiding back there with sunglasses on. But thank you all for being here, and of course the news media that's covering it. So with that said, I'm going to turn over to Mayor Williams, please. Please.
Thank you, Gary. Of course, we want to see this duplicated all throughout the city. We have 7 districts, and I'd like to see it in every area of the city of Harrisburg. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's try that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's an exciting day in the city of Harrisburg. First and foremost, I want to thank Tri-County Housing for leading the way on this initiative here on Hummel Street. They were also instrumental for a whole row of homes on Swatara Street that we unveiled about a year ago. It is one thing to showcase a brand new home, but it's another thing, something much larger and more meaningful, to uplift a neighborhood. That is what we're doing here today. What we did on Swatara Street last year and what we are doing so many places throughout the city. We are turning blight into something bright. When we can help provide spaces and safe spaces for families to live, people take ownership of that block. That is how we turn this city around, quite literally brick by brick. Thank you again to Tri-County Housing, the PA Housing Agency, and all of our elected officials who have helped by prioritizing affordable housing and helping to replenish our housing stock. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh.
Now we're going to ask Representative and former City Councilman. I know he has familiarity with our activity in this neighborhood of the city before he became state representative, but Representative Dave Madison, please come forward. Yes.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
And I'm so excited to have the privilege to recognize this project. This project is a series of a couple of projects we've seen addressing the affordable housing crisis that we're experiencing in Dauphin County and indeed the region. Right now, if you do not know, we are in a place where we are growing. So there's high demand for housing in our region. Good problem to have, but we do not have the supply to match that demand. And so what's happening is it's raising prices. So that's pushing a lot of people out of the housing market. It's making quality, affordable housing hard for a lot of my constituents and indeed a lot of people in the region. And so we have to make sure that we are supporting projects like this. I serve on the Appropriations Committee in the House. I also serve on the Community and Housing Committee. And what we want to do is, in this current budget, put historic funding towards quality, affordable housing. It's something that my colleagues and I are taking very seriously as we're reviewing the governor's budget. We are looking to invest in PHFA and other types of programs, whole home repairs, to make sure that we can create the supply that's needed for the community. This is a great project, but frankly, it's a cup of water out of the Atlantic Ocean for what we really need. So we really need to continue the momentum, continue to support projects like this. I do remember when we were having these conversations when I was on Harrisburg City Council, so it's always great to actually see plans and things actually get done. And these are beautiful houses. I can't wait to engage with the constituents that are going to live here and continue to support them. And I just want to congratulate the mayor. She has been talking about quality, affordable housing since I've known her. And to see her really push and advocate at the local level makes me confident that we will meet the demand and provide universal, quality, affordable housing and safe neighborhoods throughout Dauphin County and the region. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting this great project.
Thank you, Representative Madsen. And now I'm going to have Stephen Briggs, Senior Vice President with Wells Fargo, who again has played a really important role in assisting us in this neighborhood, say a few words. Steve.
Thank you, Gary. Wells Fargo really does have a true and genuine commitment to supporting our communities. And we do that in a multitude of ways. We do that through our lending, we do that through our investment, but we also do that through our philanthropy as well. And it was through our philanthropy that we were able to support this project and the project Gary mentioned just across the street. And so we are extremely excited and thrilled to be able to support this particular initiative. And it's just a beautiful time. One of the best things with regards to what I do and leading our philanthropy work is the best days are these days here. There's a lot of due diligence and so forth that goes into what we look to allocate funding towards. And after all of that due diligence is done, the best thing is recognizing the benefit of the philanthropy work that we allocate. So great job, Gary. Keep up the great work, and we are proud to support this particular effort.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget her Christmas cards. Couple of shout outs. Mike Stevens with M&T Bank. They are a supporter of our organization. The NAP I can't say enough about. Wells Fargo, M&T Bank, Mid-Penn Bank, and FNB have all been very big supporters of that NAP, which has assisted us in a number of different projects here in the city and throughout. And the last I want to mention, the RACP effort that we engaged on. We had a good friend and consultant of mine, Larry Siegel, who's in the back row, who assisted us with that original application, and we were appreciative of that, Larry. So with that said, we'll take any questions. Oh, before we depart and do our tour and our ribbon cutting, I do want to acknowledge our operations director, Denise Welch, in the back. She handles our home buyer counseling workshops, which have been just a tremendous success. Next month we will complete our 24th month of providing that service to residents of the city of Harrisburg and surrounding areas, and we on average are getting between 20 and 30 folks attending that every month, Mayor. So we are making a real impact on home buyer education and preparing people for making the biggest investment of their life, buying a home. So with that said, I guess we're going to do a ribbon cutting, and I'll ask the board members to come up front at the mayor's request, and we'll get some photos and do this together. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.